Hey, good morning. Just want to jump on here real quick, talk a little bit about the video we're posting today, just because for a long time we've wanted to capture the camaraderie and the euphoria that tends to come post training. A lot of times pertaining to open mat, but it's any class after you get those rolls in. But open mat especially, because you just come in and you work out for an hour and a half. You hit the heavy bag, you roll, you do your thing. But the rolling side adds a really cool camaraderie, and you're feeding off the euphoria, breaking down the day, talking about life. It's really like a therapy session after you've done some work, and we've all just been moved by that over the years. So just want to capture that. So hope you enjoy it. Check it out. And I'll have a few comments on the post side as well. But check it out. Let us know if you like it.
But you have to commit to it. And we've talked about this plenty of times. Like, no matter what you're doing, like if you're going to execute something and somebody's fighting against you, you can't half-ass it. You got to be like, I'm committed. I'm going for it. I'm going to get it.
Then you may or may not get it, but you don't stop.
Yeah, but you don't stop. You don't let that stop you. You believe in it and go for it. Like, you're going to get it.
I think Cody is an example of someone who's become very resilient over the last couple of years. Like, I remember he was always, years and years ago, I don't know how long it was, when Lee Brothers had the place out there.
That's probably like 2010.
And so then you went away for a while. That's not when you stopped, but I know at some point in time you went away for a while, and then a couple of years, it's probably like 3 years now, three or four, I don't know how long it's been.
3 years now.
Comes back on a Saturday, and he comes in on a Saturday morning to roll, and within like 2 or 3 minutes, he's like, bro, I'm done, I'm good, I'm done, I'm not ashamed.
I had a panic attack.
Yeah.
I had to go outside here and just calm down, and I didn't even want to come back in.
Nope.
And that's just...
To see him now, though, so my point is, before he says this piece, is that super resilient, probably one of the best roles in Fort Wayne nowadays, because he's just, and you, what do you weigh? Like, I don't even know what you weigh.
Right now.
180, and he's just solid. He's improved more and more and more, and so he can, and his whole thing is his mindset, at least in my opinion, is his continued learning the process, trying to find how to get out of a bad spot if he's in a bad spot, or how not to get to a bad spot, or how to make other people, and then he's always willing to coach people too. But like, to me, that's the essence of what this stuff does. That people never get experience if they don't try it.
That's what it's about, honestly. Like, if you can't walk away learning something every day, honestly, especially in here, you're going backwards. Like, you're not going forward. Like, and that's in life too. You can get stuck in a rut because of something you can't control. Right. And if you just learn, not necessarily how to control it, but just control the situation that you're in and adapt, so that way it doesn't affect you as much. Like,
you gain composure. Right? You're panicky when you're putting that.
I'm sitting over here thinking about stuff I've going on in my life. Like, Cody's talking about what he's talking about, and I'm applying it to something that I'm going through in my life. And that happens with each of the roles that we do, right? But even just to hear that, I'm like, man, I gotta dig in.
Yeah.
I got a situation right now, and I'm like, I just gotta dig in.
But you're probably ignoring it. You're probably just trying to suppress something.
I'm thinking of all the other ways.
Yeah.
Well, but I just need to just.
And here you gotta confront it. And here you have to confront it, because if not, you're getting stuck.
I think that's the beauty of it. Like, like we live life. If you never did jiu-jitsu or jiu-jitsu is a really good metaphor, because it can be a slow grind. You might not be, it's not like wrestling. Wrestling can be hard, and you take somebody down and you get tired right away, right? It's not like MMA, because in MMA, if you're sparring, can clip you and your day is over for the day. You get not rocked and too hard, you're like, all right, I'm cool for the day, I'm done. Jiu-jitsu is like that. You get in a bad situation, you can tap, start over. You know what I mean?
So it's a good frame of reference, like, what is jiu-jitsu by definition? Because I guess it's easy for us to know what it is because we do it. So for someone who's watching this right now who doesn't know what it is it'd be important to know what it is to know how it applies.
I think jiu-jitsu is like multifaceted, but I think one of the things is learning how to approach getting put in an uncomfortable situation and trying to figure out a way.
Yeah, but I mean, even like just at its true.
That's to me what it is.
It's self-defense. It's a self-defense mechanism,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
So
but that's what I mean by like
protect yourself.
Yeah. So if I'm rolling and I pull guard and somebody smashes me, right, I have to figure out how to. If I just let them put all their pressure on me, I'm going to get tired faster. I'm not going to be able to breathe. I'm going to tap sooner. If I can create a way to push them off to one side or the other, or lift them up and over to where I'm not feeling that, and I'm not exposing an arm or a leg to get a submission, to give them a submission, then I live a little bit longer. I can last a little bit longer. You know what I mean?
Enter metaphors.
It's basically problem solving. Mental problem solving, physical problem solving.
Like you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it.
It's right there. Like Cody said. Like if you ignore it, you're getting fucked up.
And that's okay if you get fucked up, but you're trying to learn from that. Okay, how do I go back? How do I fix that? How do I not let that happen? But that's what I guess the thing that I would say is people who have never done it, being okay with that. Oh, so what?
Yeah.
I won the engagement, I lost the engagement, but I still learned.
Yeah,
Right?
so
And
no
you can
matter-
start over and keep going. It's not the end of the world. Because most of the time it's not the end of the world.
No,
You
no,
keep
you're
growing,
not.
keep learning.
You didn't die at open mat.
You go on to the next
Like,
thing.
did you die?
You didn't die at open
But
mat.
that's what in my
You didn't die at
mind.
open mat.
But that's my mind is like people have that fear of the unknown, so they never go beyond that fear to be like, you know what, I want to try it. And I say that for women. I say that for guys. Like, I just wish everyone would try it because it's such a cool thing to experience that you can't ever understand until you do it.
Yeah.
You can't talk. As much as we're talking about it, a person out there would never understand it until they actually do it.
Yeah, like,
You know
There's
what I
a
mean?
kid in here today. Kamari? Did anybody get to know
little
the
kid,
little
yeah,
kid?
yeah.
I mean, he seemed like he was probably 12.
Yeah, he was like, he asked me, he was like, hey, you want to roll? And I was like, yeah, right there, man, that's awesome. Like, that's what it's about.
You know, it really is.
It makes me think about Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, the Flow book, which I've talked about in the past. You have to be in the moment, and being in the moment, and then thinking about, now we're playing human chess, what I'm going to do offensively, or try to do offensively, or try to do defensively for the next 2 to 3 to 4 moves. And it's dynamic, and it changes
Every variable is
the
dynamic.
whole time. Like every situation for the whole 5 minutes, it's a constant. So you have to be present. You always talk about it makes you present.
yeah, like I
Which-
love that about like if you're not anywhere else, if you're anywhere else, if you're thinking about anything else, most likely, then you lose that moment, and you're not gonna be doing what you intended to do.
Yeah, I wish
And
life was
so,
more like
I think
that.
it helps you.
I think it is
like,
because we make it something. We make it that way because we experience it here, and we take that and we apply it to life. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty.
Kind of like military folk. Like if you
Disgusting right now.
if you were in the military, you apply that in your household, raise your children that way.
Exactly. You know what I'm
Plan your
saying?
meals that way.
100%.
I just like being able to like the constant. It's like the most tangible example of just figure it out. Like, okay, you know how to. You're good at this. You're good at this right now. You're always learning with jujitsu. Like you're not. It's not just like, oh, this is my game. Your game is constantly evolving, like everything else. So it just constantly makes you figure out what you need to do in that freaking moment, and that's all we ever have anyway.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I love it. And then I guess with that is this that happens after. So to me, I was just trying to capture what makes it super cool because we get that workout for an hour and a half. Today, we get done, we're tired. We've got our cardio in for the day. Like Cody said, if I didn't do it, then I'm feeling like by the end of the day, like, man, I got to do something. I might make up for it by going to get a lift or going for a long walk or doing something else, but
It won't be as good as
nothing feeds this. And then
Holding weeds,
and
whatever.
this camaraderie becomes natural. Like people just talk. They just rap about anything. Hey, how you feeling? Because it was your first day. Hey, how'd you feel today? Oh yeah, so and so, was moving better. You know what I mean? They're getting it. They're improving. It's so cool. I guess is all I can say. And I love talking about it. And I'm grateful you guys stuck around to do this because to me, I've always wanted to do this type of thing, but kind of been, I don't know,
We've
had
been talking
reservations.
about doing this forever.
For a long time, just because
We
it's
do
cool.
it. We do it
We do it
without
all the time. We
doing
just
it.
don't
Yeah.
do it.
And we've been doing it without recording for a long, long time. But I think it's fun to take it, have it, and be able to share it with other people. Because maybe someone out there will be like, you know what, I'm gonna go try it out. You know what I mean? And to me, that's awesome. And that says about you a lot about you as an individual. Second day, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm gonna try this stuff out. Not like, hey, skip it, I'll show up, let's go. You know what I mean? And you learn as you go. And you especially you, because you did the mint work along.
So again, post side of the video, just rough, like, hey, let's just get this captured. I've always wanted to do it for years. I've talked about doing something like that, and I hope to do more podcast style type of interviews, business people, jiu-jitsu people, athletic people, all the above. But there's something really special about jiu-jitsu, makes it unique, makes it a really cool experience. And I just kind of I've wanted to try and capture that for a long time. I think we did a decent job off the cuff. So hopefully you appreciate it. Check it out. Like the video if you got something out of it. Share it if you got something out of it. And I hope you have a great week. Get after it. Go hard. Become a better version of yourself. Peace.